Hey guys, it's Sharon, Divine Imagination Consulting, Rare Raw Real teaching series, and I was speaking with somebody about the difference between a limiting belief and an empowering belief. And I just got back from the gym and my head was playing around with it at the gym. And when I was speaking with this woman, I was explaining to her that, we've got to have fun with things. We've got to kind of be playful when we're doing inner work and working on our things. It's serious work, granted, but if you don't learn to have fun with yourself, I don't know, I think people give up on it, and nobody likes to change. Nobody likes to do anything hard. Who does, right? I just got back from the gym. I was like, I don't really want to do this. I was working on being balanced. But yeah, it's, I enjoy it once I get done doing it, but most people, they don't want to work hard at things. And I get it. So I was explaining to her, I was kind of giving her a metaphor for me and how I look at my limiting beliefs and my empowering beliefs based on who I am and that. So I was telling her that picture me in a really kicking ass pair of skinny jeans. I can picture it. And I'm out for the night and I'm dancing in those skinny jeans. And when I dance, I like to really dance. So there's a little, sweat that's probably worked up under those jeans. And then, I like my Prosecco. So I've had a couple of glasses of Prosecco. And I get home that night. And now it's time to take those skinny jeans off. Cool, those suckers are fucking, excuse my French, adhered to me now. They have become a part of my body. So it's quite comical to experience myself, or if you've ever experienced watching somebody else remove themselves from their skinny jeans. Usually you get down to your knees and then all hell breaks loose. You're bouncing off the walls, you may end up on your ass, and you're like pulling these skinny jeans off and they're stuck, and you think you almost have it off, but yet you can't get your foot through it, and then you get one off and you've got to breathe and sit back and breathe, and then you realize, holy shit, I still have the whole other leg that I've got to get off. That's kind of what it's like to release a limiting belief. It's not easy. You gotta play with it. You gotta be kind to yourself. Some of our limiting beliefs have been with us since we were 5 years old. I had a limiting belief around abandonment that was tied all the way back to when I was in first grade. I had a broken leg, and I ended up being in the hospital for more than a month in traction. And so every day, my parents left. Abandonment issues. I had them. And they were tied to my relationships and my fear of losing a job or anything that was important to me. And it took back peeling, a lot of layers to recognize what that was. Now, I'm 54. I don't need to hold on to that limiting belief, that fear of abandonment anymore. That was a 5-year-old little girl, and she didn't understand that her mom had two other, her brother and sister to take care of, and her dad had to go to work so that he could pay the hospital bill. She didn't know that. She didn't recognize that. All she knew was she was in a really scary place, a hospital, which I still have issues with. That's a whole nother story. And her parents were walking out the door, and she was surrounded by people that she didn't know, and she was in pain, and they were leaving her. So I worked through that limiting belief and was able to release it. But it took a while. It took a while to see where these current feelings that I had, where they tied back to. And for, in my research and in the work that I've done with Dr. Joe Dispenza and some other people in neuroscience and quantum physics, most of our limiting beliefs are tied back to our childhood between the ages of 0 and 7 and the environment that we were brought up in. So then, if that's not enough for you, then I was explaining to her what an empowering belief is for me. Now, I like adventure. I like that bliss-filled moment. So an empowering moment for me is when the door of the plane opens up and I look down and see the earth below me and I jump out. For me, that is a moment of I'm owning it. I'm owning it was my choice. I am taking in every aspect and second of the beauty. I feel tied to nothing and nobody. I'm not thinking about paying my bills, putting gas in my car, what food I have in the refrigerator. None of that. It's just pure bliss. So for me, that is what an empowering belief is. When I get that feeling, whether it be for my business or when I get an idea or a creative idea about something, it's that kind of feeling. It's like, oh my God, this is so cool. So that's the difference, if that helps at all, between a limiting belief and an empowering belief. And we want to nurture and water and grow our empowering beliefs. But a lot of times those limiting beliefs are there and kind of entangled in our roots, and they kind of hold us back. So my work and my teachings and what I share with everybody is to help them through my own experiences, and hopefully through my sharing of my own stories. It's possible. One, it's all possible to release yourself from any limiting beliefs, any patterns that don't serve you, anything like that. It's all possible. Does it take work? Yeah. Does it take commitment? Yeah. Do you have to be consistent and really want to do this? Yeah. What does it feel like when you finally release a limiting belief? For me, jumping out of an airplane. And I'll just share this with you real quick. My dad's 87. We're getting together in August in Lake Tahoe. My dad has never jumped, but he's been talking about it for quite a few years. So I chit-chatted with my sister and my niece and my parents on Easter. I wish I could have been there, but and anyway, my sister's like, how dads always talk about, skydiving, jumping out of a plane? I'm like, yeah. She's like, well, I just booked it. You guys are all jumping out. My niece, Gabrielle, myself, and my dad will be jumping out. I am so excited to be able to share that experience with my dad, because I know it's not for everybody, but if you've ever had, if you have that in you, it is an experience beyond, and that is what an empowering belief feels like too. So if you've got one of those empowering beliefs in you, follow that. That is your heart, that is your passion. Everything is possible. You have the potential in you. Follow that. And if you need help cutting those limiting beliefs, follow my series, Rare Raw Real. It's going to be a YouTube series that I'm going to come out with on a more regular basis. I'm also going to be doing some webinars, or you can work with me one-on-one. You can just go to my website and pick some dates that you want to work with me. All right. I hope you all have a great day. Giving everybody flowers because they're just so beautiful. I bought them for myself this weekend. I just think that, and they were budded, but now they're blooming just like us. It's springtime, everybody. Oh my God, it's an amazing time. Oh, and we've got a new moon coming this weekend. August, April, thinking of my parents. April the 15th. I believe it's at 9:37 p.m. Eastern time. So between now and then, you want to release, release, release. And anytime after the new moon is when you want to set your intentions based on those empowering beliefs and what you want to do with them. So I hope you have a great day. Yeah. And I hope you didn't mind me sharing having trouble taking my pants off and then wanting to jump out of a plane. All right. Ciao. Bye.